Hi, my name is Mark Blackwood with Real Property Management Pros. One of the questions that we are often asked by potential landlords is how much would my home rent for here in the Northern Virginia market? And it's a very good question. It's not always easy to answer that on your own. If you are looking to answer that on your own, my best advice would be go ahead and search and look on the internet sites that you might think about advertising on. Search as if you were a tenant. Try to find properties that are as close of a match to your particular home as possible, and hope ideally that are close to your home as well. That'll give you an idea of what your competition is asking for. And in addition to that tip, I will one other that you can look for is go to the Zillow, and this site you're probably familiar that it lists sales prices or values of homes, but they also have something called the rent zestimate. Now you might have to dig around a little bit to find it, but for most homes they're able to calculate that. It's not the be all end all. It doesn't necessarily factor in the exact features and condition of your property, but it'll at least give you another data point, which is a little bit limited. So there are some problems and limitations to just looking at what your competition is advertising for. First, you don't know that anybody's actually agreed to that price, or if there was a lease written or a property rented, what the exact amount of that transaction was. You also are really seeing what's on the market right now, so you really can't go back in time to get a bigger picture and more data points in order for making a better decision. So those problems are challenges. There is a better way. By going in and looking at the actual data from the MLS, we are able to go back for whatever time period we need to. We're able to search for particular features and size of home, and that they're located near yours, so we can look along a lot of different dimensions of the data to get comparable properties that have actually rented. So we'll actually know the rental value of the transaction. The other piece of information that we will have is a measure of how long it was on the market. So the number of days that it took until they eventually got that result. So that's important because there is a relationship between the rental price and the length of time that you could expect it to take to find tenants. So there's two problems with pricing your rental property. One is if you overprice it, it's going to take longer, and many times that can translate into lost rental income that more than offsets that higher rental price. So sometimes you're shooting yourself in the foot. The other problem at the other end of the spectrum is you underprice the home, and then you're leaving money on the table. You might have been able to rent it for more money. That might have provided enough funds to make it more profitable for you, or maybe to hire a professional property manager. So definitely take the time to do the right research. We do offer an absolutely free rental price analysis for anybody that has a home here in Northern Virginia. And if you want to request that, simply go to our website, managementpros.com. We'd be happy to talk with you about the data that we're able to find and what we think your home would rent for here in the Northern Virginia market.